Hey everybody, welcome to week 17. First up, we've got another. It's trying to be a cardback recreation, but kind of hard to get him look like he's swimming up through, with the Castle Grayskull above. So I just kind of did Merman underwater. I took a scene from one of the old Filmation episodes. Just kind of put him on a stand here to make it look like he's swimming. Nothing too fancy, but I do like how it came out. At some point, I need to figure out how to make it actually look like things are underwater. I still have not figured that out, but one of these days. Up next, okay, this is kind of interesting, but not really a toy thing. So this was a old Photoshop thing I did, and it was a "You too can follow the Thanos copter." This was well before I had like a channel and stuff. This was um, actually for Twitter back in the day when I was on Twitter. Um, so you got the Thanos copter here. You got a bunch of the old crazy vehicles. I don't remember who this skiing guy was, but it's an actual Marvel character. You got Magneto's Magna Car, Hulk, Cap, and Green Arrow's vehicles that were old toys back in the day. You got the Spider Buggy, Wonder Woman riding on top of her invisible jet for some reason. New Mutants with Warlock as a car, which is kind of cool. Flash on a motorcycle for some reason. You got the Fantastic Car and Superman's super mobile up there. You got Doom's helicopter, which is a pretty rare appearance. And then way in the back over there, you got Aquaman stuck in a pond on his seahorse because, he's in water. He can't get out of there apparently. Just something goofy. I always like the silly vehicles, obviously. That's why I have Thanos Copter as my tag. But anyway, there's that. There's going to be a couple of tangents this time, so we'll detour from toys twice anyway in this video. Up next, this was my. The idea was like a custom anti-Eternium Man-at-Arms. I just used Kane from the WWE. My idea was Man-at-Arms had destroyed Roboto and upgraded himself using the parts. Actually, on this, Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess, gave me the idea to put the Man-at-Arms helmet on there. So eventually this guy gets retooled a little bit. I peel his hair off and I put the helmet on there, and then I kind of did some like red highlights on his armor, which will show up later, much later. And then up next, I just thought it would be funny to have him, like Ram Man coming at Kula, and him just kind of like, nah. I don't know, just kind of a goofy little shot. Again, you can see I'm leaving the cursor in these shots when I'm using the screen. I'm still not used to doing that, but I don't know. It was a fun shot. I still think it's kind of funny. Wish I hadn't have left the cursor there and maybe put like a little light reflector down here so that you could see a little bit more Ram Man. But all in all, still pretty good. Up next, just a basic shot of Usagi. I was actually really impressed with that toy. He was always one of my favorites back in the day. I don't have too many Ninja Turtles, but that was a figure when he came out. I was like, I'm getting that one. Little Samurai Rabbit. How could you not, right? And then we've got Tears Flare from Golden Axe. And just got the flame effect here. Kind of a lot of crazy stuff on the shelves. You can see Usagi was up there where I shot him. But I just kind of wanted to show off the toy. This was the beginning of January, so just kind of showing like toys that I'd gotten that I thought were cool that year. She was definitely one of them. This dragon is actually really cool, and herself, she's like a pretty well put together toy. Nice and posable, scantily clad barbarian woman. I mean, it's not to like. Up next, we're going to take another detour. This was SkeleVader's art show. I happened to live close by, and he had some of his stuff on display. If you don't know SkeleVader, go check out his channel. I'm sure most of you know SkeleVader. But every Thursday they do Toy Frenzy, and then he has builds, and he's got his weekly weirdos. So go check him out. But here's some of his paintings. All Motu characters. And he's got a walkthrough of this art show on his channel, so if you want to go check that out. And then here's his custom dios. This is the Grayskull one. You can kind of see the size with the figures and stuff. It's pretty massive. There's going to be a few shots just to kind of get it from different angles. But this was fun. It was nice to meet him and talk to him and see his work up close. He's a really cool guy, and his builds are fantastic. So you should go check out his channel if you haven't, or even if you know who he is just from Toy Frenzy. You should watch some of his build stuff because the man is talented and it is impressive to watch him work. A little cavern underneath. Tila kind of chilling on one of the side little areas. And then up next, there's this Fright Zone. Don't have as many pictures of that one. Just kind of trying to get everything in shot so I could show it off. And then there's a close-up of the puppet monster. Really cool. He did a great job. That mouth looks really, really good. And then there's a closer-up shot of the cage and some of the steps. And there's the tree. And then Snake Mountain. This was his first Snake Mountain. And kind of how I found him was through custom dio stuff. And I'm glad I did because, you know, I have a lot of good people from the Toy Frenzy, so. But yeah, this thing's really, really cool. And you can watch him build it on his channel. And there's some of the inside. Really, really cool stuff. And then up next, just showing off Anti-Eternia again with my custom castle there. Not as big or impressive as SkeleVader, but watching his stuff really kind of made me think, like, I need to try this. So, yeah. If you're thinking about making dios, stop thinking, just go do it. You're going to mess up, you're going to learn, but you'll get something cool out of it, even if you don't have a lot of experience. If you just stick with it and troubleshoot and problem solve your way through it. So I highly recommend it. And then here's some more shots. It's kind of highlights of the tour at his art show. It's all the same shots, but and then that's gonna lead us to the end of the week, and I do not remember this guy's name. He's the centaur from Mythic Legion. Nothing really to this shot. Like I said, it was the beginning of January, so showing off some cool toys that I had picked up that year. This was definitely one of them. I'd always wanted a centaur in my collection, so nice to have him, and he looks great. Like, he's just an awesome toy. The background is just a tapestry. It's kind of folded down, so it looks like he's kind of standing in there. This is before I really put my jungle dio together, but this is one of the tapestries I use for it. There's like the little clearing area. And that is going to be it for this week. Hope you guys are liking the content. Did get a couple more subscribers, so welcome in. I appreciate everybody. It's been an interesting journey so far. Looking forward to showing off some more stuff. I was just on Payne's Toy Samples this week, so if you want to see some of my collection and, you know, hear a little bit more about me and toy photography, you can definitely go check that out on Payne's Toy Samples. Another great channel, another awesome creator. So thank you guys. You have a great week, and I will see you next time.